All right, welcome everybody. We are doing a little bit of Starfinder in the Svenzone. Oops, it would help if I had my volume up. All right, I can be heard. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, number 2, successful. Now let's see if the other one will work.
I'm here.
What the heck?
What was the next test?
Nice. Okay. So we are ready to rock and roll. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I think last I knew anything.
All right, so when last we played a couple weeks ago, you'll notice we have a familiar face back.
Yay.
Mr. Jingo is no longer hanging in with the rest of the nerds at the.
Oh, really?
I'm back from the Nerd Kingdom.
That's right.
At where?
He
The
was at.
Nerd Kingdom. Phoenix Fan Fusion. It's our local major comic convention, and it's pretty
wow.
big.
That's cool.
And you got to see some famous people there. I overheard rumors.
I got to meet Hawkeye and the Flash.
Wow. That's cool.
I got Grant Gustin's autograph, and I got Tom Cavanaugh, who played Dr. Harry Wells on The Flash. I got his autograph. And if you ever watched The Flash, there was an episode where he had the Council of Wells. There was 5 different
Yes.
Harry Wells.
Uh-huh.
I got that picture autographed, and he signed Tom across each of his characters, and then Kavanaugh across the bottom.
Nice.
He was really cool.
Sweet.
Did each one of them look a little different?
Each one of them looked completely different. If you see the episode, you have to go.
No, I mean the
watch
signatures, the Toms.
No, they all look
Oh.
the same. They were all him.
Okay, very cool. So it was the TV Flash
Yes,
from the.
from WB.
Thank you, WB. I thought it was CW.
Yeah. CW, same thing, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
No,
Anyway.
keep track.
Awesome. So that's where he was last week. So we allowed him to return. He got his permission slip signed and turned in on time. So there was no demerits for him for being gone. Our other flying creature is flying literally in real life on the way to the airport, flying back to almost the sun, Nevada. So
Just about, yeah.
lives just outside Vegas, so that's where they're traveling. So they also have a pass for this week, at least. The beatings will ensue if it keeps up next week, but for this week they have a pass.
So what does one have to do to get like a hall pass around here? What if I have to go to the bathroom?
That you should, like the DM, you should be prepared with depends, and that way you don't have to. You can game throughout the whole session without having to leave.
Oh, gross.
All right. So speaking of people using depends, the party was cruising through.
I don't like that transition.
This. That's right. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Just a smooth master of transition.
Exactly.
So as you can see in the picture here, the party was landed on Noma, and I wanted to try and see. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three. Doc, would you mind reading and/or summarizing the message of the day for us?
All right. Let me bring that up.
Fine.
The crew of the Midnight Core 7 is now the crew of the Sundiver, exploring a city called Noma. After a couple of battles and exploring the landing zone, Orindor loses a hand. They return to the ship and Doc Dade installs a prosthetic hand. The crew takes a long rest and following Loki's suggestion, Twitch makes transponders that will signal to the reclaimers that they are protocyte speakers and are not to be reclaimed. At 0630, the group leaves the ship. They head through several of the hexagons. The protective bubble descends, destroying everything in one of the hexes they are traveling through. The time is 9 a.m. The date is 6th day, 20 Gazran 318 after Gap.
All right, so you guys have studied. Thank you, by the way, appreciate that. So you guys have studied and talked to the protocyte speaker, which was a little guy, and by going through these different sectors, um, you've learned quite a few things. You've also seen reclaimers. The space in between any two hexagons, looks like sort of like a dry riverbed, and you've seen reclaimers traveling through those gray areas on the map, um, traveling from one hex to another. Um, they typically leave you alone, even if you didn't have those transponders, um, because they are on their individual missions. Greetings, Atomic. Appreciate you stopping by and saying hello. But let's go into a little bit more detail since you all have learned a lot. Let's start with Mantha. Would you mind reading the blurb in the chat for us?
Each sector serves as a laboratory unto itself, distinct from the others and separated by shallow, dry canals. Many parts of the city resemble those of technologically advanced civilizations, seemingly with distinct industrial, residential, and commercial areas. Most sectors are filled with modern-looking structures, including skyscrapers, but stranger buildings occupy several sectors. In one sector, odd sky bridges connect globular mounds similar to those that social insects on other worlds build. In another, bizarre angular spires jut from smooth pools of viscous liquid, like raindrops frozen on impact. Ringed edifices in another sector connect in intricate patterns and seem to hold some enigmatic significance, if only because the connections serve no obvious architectural purpose.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Um, and Bobby, would you help us out with this one?
Are you talking to me?
Yes. Sorry, Roberta.
Okay. Even with sectors filled with ordinary structures, bizarre exceptions are prevalent, and careful observation reveals strange details. Whoa, what the hell just happened? The
We know
frick?
happened.
If you scroll up a little bit, you'll see the original one. It just got
Okay.
copied into the chat again.
All right, prevalent reveals strange details. Doors might have hinges on both sides, or what appear to be windows might actually be large, opaque mirrors. Entire blocks might be exact duplicates of neighboring ones, except for one detail, such as the height of lampposts, the existence of faux wear marks, or the width of the street. Other areas are apparently in ruins, though for some it's difficult to tell whether these structures were designed that way or if they represent experiments that are, as yet, unfinished or abandoned. Other areas are filled with a hodgepodge of buildings, where some seem to be vertical slices of pre-existing structures, as though they were cut out from a modern city on some alien world and slotted into place next to other equally out-of-place edifices.
Awesome. All right, and then Reno.
Yeah, where am I starting from?
Despite Noma's, the one I just posted.
I can't see the top of it. That's why I'm trying to move these goddamn things around.
It's, so there's the green one and then the black one. So the one that says despite Noma's structural diversity.
Hold on a minute. God damn.
Yeah, he just has windows covering his cat box.
No. She just put even within the sectors, right?
Yes.
Okay. The next one has to be it. And there's nothing here. There, I copied it. Oh my god. Okay. Despite Noma's structural.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Despite Noma's structural diversity, almost everything in it is created from a UPB-like liquid called polyfluid. This dark purplish liquid can be arranged into any atomic configuration to replicate ranges of material properties. Wait a minute. Be arranged into atomic, yeah, replicating ranges of material properties such as connectivity, density, hardness, tensile strength, transparency, and more. Polyfluid lends a telltale purple tinge to the objects made of it, but such objects are otherwise indistinguishable from traditional manufactured items of a similar nature.
All right. And Anacite, like constructs, roam Noma's streets and structures. However, the city can be eerily quiet. Its population is small and focused. Energy production is silent, and other activities produce no more sound than is intended or necessary. So that is what you've been traveling through as you're looking at the overhead map of Noma. You all traveled through what looked like an empty amphitheater with these lights, uh, sometimes going in an obvious pattern, otherwise sometimes not, sometimes off. Then through another one that seemed completely empty. Then the one that melted everything, and now you're here. You also determined how the designation for each construct, each hexagon was. You started in 7-6, and does anybody remember how to determine where you are? The numbering system of the hexes, and can tell me where they are now, where the P is now.
Yeah, it's all derived from the very top hex. That one is 00. So you kind of count uh along the edge. So I believe you go right first. So starting from the very top hex, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. So we should be in 4, 2.
So actually, you go left first, but everything
You
else is
go left
correct.
first.
So it's
Oh,
1, 2, 3, where you guys are now, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're
oh,
in 3, 4
From,
right now.
from the top. From the
yep,
top or from the bottom on the last one?
From the very
From
top,
the,
very top.
and the
from the
top
top.
one
Okay.
is 0, 0. So it's
Yep. Okay.
1,
Got it.
and then all 0, 0, and then 1. So that's how you determine where you are. You guys determined that because you kept asking the speaker, where are you? And where are you compared to the core? And it couldn't tell you where the core is because it said the core is everywhere. But um, it could tell you what hex you're in. So,
It
Ah,
said the core is at like the
At the
beginning.
beginning.
It was really stupid and vague.
all right. So the last thing you all noticed, let me go ahead and pull up my robot so I can do cool stuff on the map, was a thing that looked sort of like a fountain. There we go. Closing down all my open windows.
fuck, man. My video is not working, so
Here we
there you
go.
go.
All right, so you see this. You're in sort of a walking toward it, and you see ahead of you a plaza, and there's this sculpture that sort of forms a basin with this shimmering silvery liquid dancing around it, sort of like a fountain.
Hmm. Do we recognize what the
So,
liquid is?
does it look like mercury?
Mercury is very
From
distinct.
where you are, it's hard to tell. Give me just a moment, and I will give you guys a map. Let's see. This is dead.
Ew.
This is dead. All right, and group. Oh, good. They changed it so you don't have to hit control anymore. Nice. All right. Clear targets. Okay. Click, click, click.
Holy shnikes, that's big.
And you'll notice one of the changes that they made, depending on how well your computer is running at the time. You'll see that the fountain water is actually flowing. Okay, Beaker is going to be on you, Doc, until you say otherwise. Let me get rid of him. There we go. All right, there we go. My computer caught up. So on the stream, you can see the water is flowing. It's a fountain. It's moving. It's animated. Because Fantasy Grounds now supports limited animation.
Sweet.
So what would you guys like to do? Oh, I forgot to put Doofus on there. Let me throw him on there. What did anybody decide to name? I don't think any of you have even asked him his name, the speaker.
I
No,
think
just speaker.
maybe Joe's character did, but I don't think that we did.
All right, well, we're just going to say that at some
This,
point during the conversation, you asked him what his name is.
yes, of course. It would have been right at the beginning.
And his name is my designation is SOL653.
Saw.
Yeah, because we've been calling him Soul. I remember that now.
There you go. Oh, ye of little faith. God.
All right, so what would you guys like to
All
do?
right. I'm going to start moving towards the fountain. I suppose to use a chemilizer on it, I need a sample. So let's get a
Using what?
sample and see what that is. A chemilizer, so I can
Ah,
analyze what it is in there.
of course.
All right, so you guys are about 75. Bali's about 75 feet away.
Bali thinks whatever this
All right,
liquid is, it
so let
looks
me
cool, and he
clear
wants
this
to go closer.
arrow. There we go. All right, so tokens are unlocked. Feel free to move about the cabin. Twitch and Orndor, what are you doing as they move forward? Doc, if you want to go ahead and move yourself, unlock the tokens.
I'm gonna go right up there and, you know,
Who am I?
All right, and Doc,
put a little.
Twitch and Order, what are you doing?
I'm not unlocked.
No, yeah, I'm just gonna move over this way a little bit.
Okay.
See, I lost my left hand, right? Correct?
It was your dominant hand. So if you're a
I
southpaw,
left
then
my.
it was your left hand.
Are you serious? I thought it was the opposite.
Hmm.
Well,
You
thank
have
God I'm
your
ambidextrous, so it doesn't really matter too much.
the prosthetic works just fine. So it's like you don't. Um, it's like you have a
Right.
working hand.
Right, but
It's just
it isn't custom made or anything
different.
like that. I mean,
You
you're saying
can
it
just
is
stab it
it's
with a
same as
fork.
having a regular hand.
Yes, it just doesn't have pain
Same as
receptors.
having. So it works as good as my normal hand.
Yep, you just don't feel pain.
Correct? It works as good as my normal hand.
Yes,
Yes. Cool. That's all.
thanks to
Thank you.
Doc and his expertise as a Soyjin.
Yes. Awesome.
All right, so when you hit there,
And plus, go ahead.
there it is. All
Let me
right.
get there. Is this the fountain over here? Where Doc is? Oh, there it is. Okay. Come on.
Okay, so I locked the tokens again because
I know.
stuff is happening as you
I
guys
just
reach this
wanted to be
point.
with Doc. Thank you. I don't want stuff to happen and not be next to him.
I didn't hear you were traveling with him. You said you were moving forward. He said he was going right up to it, so I thought that was different. All right, so
Oh no,
um,
he also wanted to look at it.
give me just a second here.
1001.
Interesting. Whoever converted this did it oddly. All right. So you have a. Let me open this up. So you see that the liquid is almost as it's coming out of the top. It's almost like a mist or a cloud, uh, and it eventually works its way down into the base. But in the meantime, it's moving around left and right, um, defying gravity. Sometimes it'll go up a little bit, uh, and it just seems sort of aimless until it eventually succumbs to gravity and just naturally falls. But as you get within 20 feet of it, all of a sudden this stream comes blasting out towards you, and you are surrounded by this. You two are surrounded by this cloud of highly reflective little tiny things um, that you recognize as Doc would especially would recognize as nanobots.
Yikes.
Yikes. Yikes.
Yikes. Why? I can't use. Oh my God.
All right, they're missing a whole. Sorry, I have the book, the hard copy as well. So I do a lot of my prep reading through and getting in my mind what's happening. But I like to be
Right.
specific when it happens. Um, and they're missing a small little part. All right, so these nanobots come swarm around the two of you, and I need a. Oh, it's an attack.
If
Okay.
they are attacking, I would like to take a reaction.
It is considered an attack. Yes.
Let's roll something.
Okay, cool. Bali is going to go ahead and use bodyguard on Doc.
Is it a
Which does what?
swarm?
It gives I can use a reaction to give an adjacent ally +2 to their AC while taking a -2 AC for myself.
Okay. Go ahead and apply them.
And if he is hit by the attack, it also does something.
Sorry.
He is hit.
Okay. In that case, I am taking half of his damage.
All right. You are not hit.
What?
What?
Oh, there we go.
That didn't work. All right. So I'm gonna do
That
this.
doesn't look right.
All right. So you each take 11 points damage.
Neat. That gives me an entropic point.
50. All right. And Doc, go ahead and give me a life science and or physical science. I don't know if they're different. Bali, you can give
I'm a
me
little bit better with the life science.
either one of those or engineering.
Now, life science is probably my top skill.
So
I
Bali,
would be
which one
more
are you
likely.
rolling?
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know you were asking me as well.
Life science, physical science, or engineering?
Okay,
What
we'll
about
go
me?
ahead and roll life science as well.
What
You
about more?
are 25 feet. Yeah, you can do either one of those three as well. Engineering, life science,
Okay.
or physical
Earth.
science.
Right.
Yeah, Bali doesn't know what's happening, but he does know that it hurts.
All right, so Doc, you are confused, both figuratively and. Oh, you get a reflex DC save. So go ahead and give me a reflex DC 15, Doc. Let's see.
Not today.
All right, so you are confused, and
I think I want to shoot my friends.
Please don't.
all right, and Bali, I need a roll from you as well. DC 15 reflex save.
Uh,
All right, so
I'm pretty good at those.
the you see these things. Like I said, you recognize them as nanobots. Swarm the two of you, and they then fly off and go toward one of the buildings in the swarm. And
Suddenly?
yes, and they're gone. But you do see something. Let's see, how close are you to? Yeah, the two of you. And Twitch, go ahead and give me a perception.
Okay. Oh,
Where'd it go?
come on.
There it is. Yeah, I'll say if you also notice there's something in the fountain. So even though the animation is still going, the there is no quote unquote water anymore. But there is something in the fountain, and so I need the two of you to roll on. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative while I pull up this table. Apologize, I didn't have it linked.
Shitballs is horrible. Weird.
There it is. All right, so this is one you guys may want to hotkey, and then if I ever say, "Hey, you guys are confused," you can find it. Don't forget, you have your 12 hotkeys, and then Shift gives you another set, Control another, Alt another, and then combinations thereof. So Shift Alt, Shift Control, Shift Control Alt. So you have a crap ton of hotkeys. If you want, otherwise, I'll just find it and give it to you guys. So the two of you, Bali and Orndor, go ahead and give me a roll on the confused condition table.
Roll it. Okay. What did I get? I got a 6.
All right, and Doc.
Here it is.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
All right, so
I'm sorry, Bobby.
It's fine. You can take it.
that's right. Don't worry, he's air quotes confused.
Yeah, he's definitely confused.
All right. Is everybody give me initiative? Orndor, I need initiative, please.
I'm
And
Orndor.
yes.
There we go. Oh, baby, come on. Oh, it's almost a 19.
All right, so we're going to start with Twitch. You see this with a 22, you can just see it was covered by this silvery reflective material that flew up and attacked Doc and Bali and then flew away. So now there's just this reddish mass. It's a little hard from where you are and the angle you have to tell exactly what it was.
Okay. I think I'm going to get a little closer.
Yes.
Am I in a square? Yeah, I'm in a square.
All right, go ahead and give me another perception check as you move forward.
Okay. Give it a moment. My computer is being extremely slow tonight.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, it's just from your angle, it's just a little hard to tell exactly what this thing is. Um, it is down in this area.
Okay.
So did you want to move again, or do you want to ready in action? What would you like to do?
I'll move again. I'll move
Okay.
sideways. Okay.
All right. I'm running hiding behind Orindor.
Can I see it any better?
I'll let you give me one more perception check.
Okay.
Feeling generous.
And I'm not necessarily hiding behind Orindor. I am taller than he is.
Much so. There's like 5. You're 5 Orindors. All right. So
Ooh, I like that roll.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
did you get a picture? Let me try it again.
I was gonna say no. It's taking its sweet time, but it is coming. Oh, whoa! Okay.
What?
All right. And Bali.
Well, I don't know if Bali realizes that Doc's a little hostile right now. So he is going to like wander between Doc's legs because he has no concept of personal space. And he's gonna head up closer to the fountain to figure out what it is.
Okay. Hold on a second. Um, Doc, what is your charisma?
14.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. So Bali, you have a roll. Oops. I'm blocking the rolls. Sorry, guys. There we go.
Yeah, Bali doesn't know.
Yeah. You don't know. All right. So
Do we still have our walkies?
oh yeah, you have your communicators. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna speak into my communicator. Hey y'all, don't get too close to that thing. That's over. It's an Efreet. It's an Efreet.
Feet.
So you guys know that the Afrits are the race from the plane of fire, um, and you guys have seen several of them on walking around and um, in the especially in the brass bazaar. There were a
Don't
lot
they
of
call
them.
themselves the Brass Dragons?
Yes,
That's the
a lot of them.
Was
gang
that
that
Some
them?
toured there.
well, it's like saying, don't the humans call themselves Hell's Angels? Well,
True.
a lot of
But there,
the
there, there is a faction of them calls themselves the Brass Dragons.
yes, yep. That's what you guys remember. That's what Afrits look like. Um,
This one isn't
Brass
robotic.
dragon balls.
This is robotic. It's a robot Efreet.
all right.
I can't imagine it being nicer.
All right. So Bali, this basin thing is about 4 feet high, so you can't see over it from where you are now, but you can hop up onto it. There's a wide ledge if you wanted to.
Uh, yeah, fuck it. He'll hop up onto it. He doesn't really see the
Okay.
danger yet.
So it'll just take an extra 5 feet. Hey, Zinnu's here. Welcome, Zinnu. Hope your
I
day
just
was
said
awesome. Oh, sorry, it didn't register.
I said danger, danger to everybody. It's an Efreet.
To be
Oh,
fair,
no, I said
you were
Zinnu.
saying danger, danger as he was walking up to it.
Uh,
True.
All right, so go ahead and give me
So
a perception check,
Bali,
Bali.
yeah. So Bali, he wound his way through Doc's legs, not seeing the danger there, and came up to this and hopped up. And just as he's hopping up, Twitch is like, "Danger, danger!" And he just kind of like turns back to look at him, like, "What'd you say?"
And so I'm going to say, since it hasn't been Doc's turn, you are not aggressive at this point. You're getting there, but I'm going to say so you don't provoke opportunity because at that point,
I didn't have a melee weapon in hand anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to.
well, you can kick.
You could have tried to punch me or kick me.
Doc's not the physical kind of person.
Yeah, but he's
He,
convinced. All right, so
it's hard enough for him to have 1 foot off the ground when he's walking, much less try to kick somebody.
All right, Bali, what are you doing?
Stumbling backwards off the edge. He's like, oh, I don't think we should get closer to that. That's scary. And he's actually going to use his action to like, go back and like, settle himself between Doc's legs to kind of be a little bit of a bodyguard.
All right, effects.
What the
So
crap?
I'm putting him there so that we are able to be targeted separately.
All right, so as you move back, you guys hear this as this thing rises up from its prone position. Now everybody can see.
Charizard.
Beauty.
Now I know what I want to be when I grow up.
There you go.
Right?
Well, at least one with the wings, you know.
So you see that this thing has um, a azimuth laser rifle uh, incorporated into it, and you see that there's a uh, orange jewel embedded in its forehead. There's just enough organic material to recognize this thing as an Efreet, um, but it's also been a lot of its parts have been replaced, uh, and it's clearly robotic in nature. And as it rises up, it sort of lets out this robotic. You think it's yelling, and it looks around and notices Doc and Bali and starts moving forward. Okay.
Oopsies.
All right, and that is it for its turn. All right, so Doc, you are attacking the nearest creature.
Which would be Bally. All right, you see Doc take out his needler pistol and he'll prep up a
For
little
melee rain?
minor inhibitor and point it straight down. Now, I have to ask because if I treated Bally as an ally, my shot would automatically hit.
Correct.
That that does not apply, does it?
No.
I didn't think so. Right now, my action is hostile.
We're going to say that part of what you do is somewhat, it's not all technological, Because if it was a purely technological thing, then the gun and the med kit wouldn't recognize Bali. I mean, it wouldn't realize he's an enemy. But because I'm going to say you control it, that yes, it counts as an enemy. Even the med kit is no longer registering Bali. So he is sort of side attuned to it. So yes, he's an
I
enemy
will
too.
also say, Bali has his back to you. He is right now focusing on actively guarding you, so it would make sense if it hit.
I shoot
Okay.
into the ground, and you're standing there. All of a sudden, a syringe hits the ground in front of your feet and kind of bursts and leaves a little bit of green smoke behind. And
I think you missed, Doc.
Doc's looking down at you, and his eyes are kind of funny looking. He's got this just kind of weird look in his eyes as he goes to reload for another shot.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Orndor.
Do I get another saving throw, or does this just last and re-roll each round to see what I do?
Is this thing on the map yet or no? I'm not seeing it.
It's in it just. Oh, I'm sorry. It's on my map. Come on, guys. Jeez, sorry. Yes, it climbed out of the. Uh, it was in a fountain, climbed out to there.
I'm going to use my caustic conversion spell. Should I read it off? I'll just throw it in the thing.
So let's see if Starfinder has it. Where is Orndor? Here it is. So D&D has it now. Hold on a second. Spells. Let's see if they incorporated it into Starfinder. You are doing what? Which one?
Caustic conversion.
Okay.
Did it post a chat or no? Didn't post, did it?
Boo, they didn't do that there. And they don't allow you to share it either. Okay, not yet. Not in Starfinder. In D&D it is, but not it is for you guys. All right.
Everything has a button in D&D now that lets you
Sad.
share it to chat.
Yeah.
You guys aren't getting the spell thing right there? That's not working for you?
It's in chat. I see it.
Yeah.
You try touching it?
It's the link just showed up in chat, but with D&D stuff, it'll just let you share the whole thing into chat. It's neat.
Right. Okay. Let me read it off, whatever you want to do.
And the answer to your question, Doc, is at the start of your turn. So I had you roll it prematurely.
Okay.
And then we did the turn. So on the start of your next turn,
Fair enough.
You'll get
I'll
another
roll
save.
again.
Yep. But I will give Bali another one of these. All right, so go ahead and do your spell. Let's see, the range is 100 feet, 160 feet, so you are within range.
Talking about me?
Yes.
Or Doc?
You.
Okay, hold on. I can read it off. It's a cool spell.
Yeah, you can read the description if you want. That's awesome.
It's caustic conversion. Fling magical nanites at a ranged attack that deals 4d4 acid damage to one target, plus 5 additional damage in subsequent rounds.
Yep.
It's an evocation and it's acid. It's 160 feet.
Yep. The nanites convert water vapor into a deadly acid. Now, you are going to give Doc and Bali PTSD as they were just attacked by a cloud of nanites, and now you're throwing clouds of nanites.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Right by them
that's
as they
the cool thing about it.
scream like a little girl. Ah,
Nah,
no.
Doc hasn't figured out what's going on yet.
Right.
I'm going to use my inspiration to roll that
Still in
again.
shot.
Anybody saying no?
You don't have inspiration.
I do.
Do you?
You don't.
I'm inspired. I can roll this right now. I'm poised.
Right.
I'm ready to go.
All right, so your nanites surround this thing, but aren't able. They sort of malfunction. It's very hot. It's a dry heat, so there's not a lot of water vapor for them to convert.
Okay.
So make sure you Okay, perfect. All right, and where'd my all these windows? Come on, I have them open for a reason. Here it is. Boof. Boof. All right, so
Ponderosa.
Bali,
Neat. So
I need
Bali is finally realizing that
you get a save
dog is.
again. So I
Ooh.
need a DC. Where'd it go? Gotta keep this one open again. Click. Here it is. DC will. DC 15 will save
Oh no.
the start of your turn. All right, so
It's
go ahead
gonna
and
take a
roll
while,
one
guys.
chart for us.
I accidentally closed it. Can you push the chart again? I was meaning to drag it, and then I just clicked the X because I. Oops.
Did you get it?
I did.
Okay.
Apparently, Bali is really good at acting under pressure.
And he's used to being confused. Just normal.
Everything's confusing. That's good. I like that. uh, he also rolled a 24 on his sense motive check. So does that mean that he's realizing that something's up
Yes,
with
he realizes that
Doc?
Doc is trying to shoot at him instead of his normal thing. He's not used to being shot at by Doc, but he never misses, and he doesn't have that weird glint in his eye. So, and he's mumbling something about fur balls and under his
Hey
breath.
guys, I think something's up with Doc. Uh, and now that Doc is trying to shoot him, he doesn't really want to do anything against him. I think he's just gonna move, and if it provokes an opportunity attack, take the attack.
Nope. Ranged weapons don't provoke.
Nice. So he just kind of moves away. Give me a second to take the effects off of you. And take the effects off of myself. Sorry, I got a lot of them. And Bali is going to run up to this robotic Ifrit and try to trip it. Kind of just throws himself at its legs, tries to tangle up in them.
Oh, crap.
If I'm remembering correctly, I just make an attack roll, right? Because I have the improved combat maneuver, which gives me +4. And it's normally a -4, so I just do a straight attack roll.
Yes, in your particular case, yes, even though it's a combat maneuver. Yep.
Gotcha. Oh, I don't know why it rolled twice.
For some
And
reason, you were
both were
targeting
misses.
Zoya.
Ah, that would make sense why it did twice. Either way, I missed. It's sad.
All right, so this thing, as you go to trip it, you're just tink. It's just unmoving. as it sort of looks down at you.
And then he is going to, now that it's on the outside of the fountain, he's gonna clamber up on the side of the fountain and then, like, kind of duck behind the edge.
Okay, so it's going to get an opportunity attack.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Wait. Starfinder's like that. Wait a sec. I'm used to D&D. Never mind. He will just kind of stay there and kind of, like, cower a little
Okay.
bit. He's like, I got a shield.
I didn't move.
All right, Soul is gonna sort of move up and get a better view. So tilting his head a little bit as he's watching.
Meanwhile, Soul is live streaming this fight.
Twitch.
Twitch. Let's see. I'm gonna move up a little bit. Maybe. And how far away am I? 50 feet. Let's see. What shall I use? What shall I use? Oh, my pulsecaster rifle. Here, let's use that. Bum, bum, bum. Fire. Maybe. Did it do it?
I don't see it.
Okay, hang on. Let me try it again. There we go. What the hell? Is it still not showing up?
There it goes.
I'm like, holy crap. All right, I missed it. Just kind of goes zipping by, hits the fountain.
Hey, watch where you're pointing that thing.
Sorry.
All right, Orndor.
Yeah. I didn't move last time when I was supposed to move. Can I move now and then move myself as well this time or not? I didn't take my move. I move 20 feet at a time, so can I take 40 feet right now?
Okay.
I don't know where that puts me, but somewhere in here.
Well, it's 45 feet away from you, so 40 feet would put you right next to it.
Right. So yes, I'm trying to get up next to it.
All right, so you gotta move.
Like a horse, run to and over. How do I reset it again?
There you go.
I touch myself.
All right, so you're up to it.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to use my jolting surge spell.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yep. Which deals a touch deals 4d6 electricity damage. touch the target with your device you're holding or its device, and transfers electricity and wipes things out. If your target is wearing with your hand, you gain a +2 bonus to your attack roll. If your attack hits, electricity device surges out of control, dealing 4d6 electricity damage to your target. Casting the spell does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Ooh. There you go.
Nasty.
That's pretty good. It's level 1, though. I
Fuck 'em
gotta
up.
beef it up at some point here. I'm already targeted. Everything good. Come on, baby. Give me something good. Is that good? Oh, 2 over. Well, again.
Well, it was better than your last spell, though. But
Let's say again.
so it was better than the last roll you had.
Yeah, okay.
You're getting there. By the end of the fight, you should be able to hit.
I know. I'd be able to hit something.
All right, so it gets to attack back.
Oh no.
Lovely.
Which one of us is it attacking?
Oh, you. If only it were that simple.
No.
Let's see.
Hey man, my
So,
whole thing is being a bodyguard, so I do gotta ask.
no reason in
Oh,
particular.
no.
If you ever want to know how Starfinder does area of effect things,
Oh, okay.
so it is going to move here, prompting attacks of opportunity from Orindor and Bali.
I don't think
From
Bali
us?
has his weapon in hand yet, so.
Okay,
It's from us or to us?
you get to attack it for free.
Okay. With what, though?
Whatever weapon you have in your
Melee
hand.
weapon. Or is
Okay.
it?
So, for example, Doc and Bali didn't
You said
have weapons in hand, so they didn't get opportunity attacks. Or in order to cast a spell, but did you have a weapon in your hand as well? Or do you
yeah,
not
I
have
had my pistol there, but I mean,
Okay,
I
so
would
a
normally have
pistol,
my
you can't
pistol,
take
but I
the
mean, I
opportunity attack with a pistol. So it slides over, and then
the baton. But I had the baton in my hand. I was using it as a wand to be mystical. I'll
all
beat
right.
the
So go
crap
ahead
out
and
of him
take
with
an
a
attack
baton.
out of him. To take an attack
Okay.
with him.
I'm already targeted. Maybe do this baton, maybe. There we go. Ooh. Whack on them. Come on. There we go. Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
20,
All right. So you
12. That's
smack him.
nice. I did 12 damage.
5. It should be 3.
That's good. It's pretty good.
Stamp, and it goes right there. Oh, that's why it was 5. That's okay.
Wow.
Oh no.
All right. So this fire blast comes shooting out of it. Let me just see if this will prompt a sound. Nope. Okay. It's not what it's doing anyway. But as fire blast comes out,
So glad I'm back here.
Yeah. I don't know. You probably would have liked it.
I probably would have enjoyed it. Yeah.
all right. So I need 2, 3. It is a reflex. A reflex. I'm going to push it. There's the DC. Go. Look at that. All 3 of you saved. So it's going to do a whopping 3 points of damage to all of you. So
Wow,
because
that's
it's
so
only
much.
half. But 9 points of damage in 1 round. Not too shabby. 4. And Doc. 14. Alright. Just flame comes out. You see it sort of pulls back its wrist, and from its underneath the joint, this fire comes shooting out. And I just need to do one last thing. Oh, he won't be able to do that again, I'm sure. Because he can't do it again until round 6. Doc.
Well, I hope he can't do that again.
All right,
I
time
need
to make
a
that
will
save.
save. 15. Yay! You are no longer confused.
Yay.
Okay, then. Let's see.
Put this down.
I did not like that. Let's see. I'm going to load up a basic inhibitor for him. I saw it roll off that 19 onto that 3. And this. That would be my turn.
All right, and so
Is
you're
it your turn?
so excited to be free of this confusion, and you're able to go again.
Ooh.
So, Doc, it's your turn again.
So soon. All right.
Yeah.
Let me
Zeno says maybe you should use your other hand
try
to
the
roll.
same thing again. Yeah,
Zenu
it's
was
like
there when
that.
he got your hand replaced, so that's pretty funny. Boy, this thing just does not want you to hit it.
Nope. And I keep burning up inhibitors.
All right, so now it gets to go again. Let's see what it can do now.
Man, but you're so funny.
It is hit.
Oh, you finally looked at Twitter.
Yeah, I finally saw it. So funny.
Once per day it can do that. Okay. So I'll do that later. Instead, it's going to do a little punchiness. There's 2 of you right there. Neither one of you have done anything to it. So it's going to go to
The fuzzy one tried to
Bally
trip him.
is odd. Both of you have tried to do a couple things, but neither one of you succeeded.
It's true.
Actually, no, Corridor did hit it. So it's going to hit you
Yeah.
back anyway. So I rolled it anyway.
Yeah.
Ooh, 17 on the dice is enough. Minimum damage. So it grazes against your shoulder, but it definitely stings a bit.
How much damage?
8 damage. Twitch.
Which is going to fire at it again. See if I can hit it this time instead of the fountain. Probably duck.
Open.
Ooh, it's a hit. Yes.
Hey, that's just as much damage as he just did to Orindor.
That's funny.
It's
All
like
right.
a what goes around comes around kind of deal.
Yeah.
So you, Orindor and Bali, this electric bolt goes flying over your heads and slams into this thing. This one jolts a little bit. Bali.
Okay. Bali, this thing's a little bit too slippery for him. So he is gonna do a little bit of crit fishing. He has 2 entropic points, and he is going to use a full action to make 2 entropic strikes against this dude. And see what happens. Making sure that I'm only targeting this guy. We're good.
Oh, that was close.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Martian Cat redeemed a random trap in the
So,
chat.
Nice. Nice, nice. Okay.
So, he takes his magma sword, clicks the button, and it kind of lights up, and he realizes, like, this might not work too well against it. And he just starts swinging it. And as he does, like, this, like, heat vibrations kind of, like, cover his blade, and he swings and misses, and he swings again and misses. But on the plus side, making 2 attacks gives him another entropic point. So, uh, he did nothing, but he is distracting.
Uh,
All right. Orindor.
I'm I'm gonna have to step back, or I'm just gonna use my baton. I'm gonna use my baton again.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Oh, nice. I was just freaking out. Oh, this is really it. Finally. Oh my god. At 8 though. 8 damage. Da, da, da.
All right. So you slam into this thing with your club. Uh, as you're starting to get out of breath, as this thing keeps hitting you and taking more damage. Twitch.
Where am I in my damage here?
She's AFK, give her a second.
How do you keep the combat tracker from jumping whoever's up next
You don't.
and staying where I put it? Is it complicated?
No,
I'm
you
going to
can't.
make sure food doesn't go bad. All right.
It stays
Should
wherever you. I mean, it will automatically jump. Once it's jumped, you can move, go up and down,
Yeah, I know. I think
but
it
you
then
can't.
jumps back again.
You only have that person's turn before it jumps again. You can't stop it from jumping unless you stretch it down longer and it's not doesn't move.
did it show my damage? I did hit it. Did it show my damage yet?
No.
Okay, hang on. Here we go. Again with the 8.
Lots of 8s tonight. As you shock this thing again. All right, you moving anything else?
No.
All right,
This seems to be a happy place.
Orndor, you are up.
Okay, same thing. One more time. One more time. Oh, it was a 20.
All right, that is a hit with your club.
Nice. There we go. Nice.
All right, a little bit more. Was more than 8 this time. So there you go. All right,
Yep,
as
yep.
this thing
I had that
is
last time too.
starting to spark and bleed from its what little organic parts it has left. Doc.
All right. Let's stop wasting my shots on the enemy. I'm going to let's put up a little booster here and pop Bally with a syringe and give her a point armor class. Him. Is Bally a he, a she, or a they?
Belly is a he.
He.
He's just a little guy.
Yep. And
And
you
I'm gonna
see
be
this.
honest, he's a little traumatized. He like tries to dodge your needle a little bit.
It doesn't miss this time.
I know, but like he for sure like flinches.
And that's all I have.
All right, so this thing is going to see if this will work for your needler. Sort of. For now, it'll work. All right. This thing is going to slam again. I'm going to say there is a 60% chance he's going to hit Orndor again. No, he is done with Orndor as he slams into the Cult Hunter, but misses, slams against his shield, sort of knocked you back a little bit. Volley, give me a 15 will save. Six. The
Dang.
same thing you
Molly?
rolled on the percentile last time, or one of the times.
Look, man, Bali is confused all of the time. This is business as normal. He's like, oh yeah, okay. That's fine. Shit, man, his attacks just are not hitting, so he kind of like moves his sword to one of his other hands, and he is going to try to worm his way in between those legs again and see if he can get this dude to trip. And if not, I'm changing my dice color. Okay, well, it is what it is.
All right, Twitch.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot it again. I seem to be doing all right with that. Nice. Yay, more points. Whoa!
All right, so you
Down the road.
shoot this thing. And it drops, shakes, and then just sort of powers down.
Nice.
So, how long does the confusion last if I don't ever save from it?
It's 1 minute, so go ahead and give it to me again.
Wow.
There you go. So now the fight's over. You're not confused anymore.
It's like,
Right.
oh yeah, the thing is dead. This makes sense.
Are you frozen? Frozen.
Yes, my my camera is frozen. Yes. Thank you. Let me, not sure if I can fix it, but I'll give it a shot.
Maybe Doc should give it a shot.
There you go. Nice.
I would just miss.
Or take a shot.
I don't know.
I'd
Would
take
you
an
miss?
espresso shot.
There we go. For better or for worse, I'm moving again.
One of those two.
All right. So what would you guys like to do? So turn those up. And sort of studies Doc and Polly for a moment. That was an artistic and experimental data dispersal system. The information gathering robots in the liquid scan nearby entities and then fly away to redistribute the data. It must not have recognized you.
Interesting.
I mean, apparently not. On the plus side, it did leave, so I'm happy about that.
And then it moves over to the Ifrit.
Is anybody hurt?
Its data core was intact. Perhaps it could have been reasoned with.
It chose not to.
So the answer to your question is nobody is hit point hurt.
I can't help with fatigue.
Twitch and Orindor are actually 4 of you. All of you are stamina hurt a little bit.
Shall we?
Orindor, a
for a
little
short
bit more
rest?
than the rest of us. You only got 4
Oh,
fatigue
sorry,
left
let me
before you go into
unlock
hit
the
points.
tokens. There we
I
go.
don't have very much. I gotta get this stuff done. This is all fatigue.
Yes.
Yeah, we can take a short rest.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll use my my stam. Are we doing that?
Okay.
Hey, Soul, you talked about this thing's data core. Is there anything else on it that might be useful?
What's the liquid?
The reclaimers will reclaim and it will all be useful.
I guess I should have expected that answer.
That is what the reclaimers do.
Were the nanites in that fountain part of the reclamation system?
The nanites were an artistic and experimental data dispersal system. Small information gathering robots scan nearby entities, then fly away to redistribute the data.
Well, I will say that scanning hurt.
Yeah, I don't know what you call that
It's very
scanning.
experimental. Uh, but like write down in the notes that it hurts the things that it's scanning.
All right, so you guys chill for about 10 minutes as
Okay.
the eerie silence descends on this plaza.
Hey, why do you guys think this thing was just kind of chilling in a fountain that's not even going anymore?
I don't know.
Bali
It was,
is
it
climbing
was
into the
intended.
empty fountain and like looking around, poking
It was
things.
intended for
Is there
guarding.
any? Is it? You said its data core was intact. Do one of you engineer types like maybe want to read the data core and see if there's anything in there, any information?
Hmm.
I mean, I've got the skill, but one of you has got to have some sort of hack rig or something.
Yeah, I think.
I do, I
Let
think.
me see. Yeah, sleight of hand. I got some inventory. That's something I do. I can deal with it. Not a full-on pickpocket, but close to it.
All right, so
Advantages of being small. I have a toolkit engineering specialty, hygiene kit. It's
I have a
important.
customized toolkit that I can use to hack systems and items.
There you go. Perfect.
What's it going to take for that? Just an engineering check?
yes, this would be engineering. So anybody who wants to assist with engineering,
Yeah. Definitely. Engineering.
Oh, nice.
Got a
Cool.
+2 from me.
Thank you.
I'm rolling way better now that I changed my dice color.
all right, so with that, yes, you are able to determine it is very damaged, but you are able to get a name, two names actually. One is Tosh,
2.0?
and Sulfrax. I'm surprised you know who Tosh 2.0 is.
Tosh Point. Oh, yeah, I know that show.
Yeah.
Um, Ollie wasn't there, but the three of you were. Um, let's try this
Why does that name sound like a dragon?
and this.
Sulfur?
Yeah, it sounds like the name of like an Ifrit of something fire themed.
All right, so Doc and Orndor and Twitch, you have a couple rolls in front of you.
Oh, all kinds of roles.
Nice. All right, so all of you remember that Tosh was the name of the pilot of the ship that came through the portal that had the collar around her neck
Mm.
and was that activated and burned her up.
Oh, that girl.
So as you went through the ship and you found her remains on the bridge, and you found a hologrid like log from her, and that was the name Tash. You don't recognize Sulfrax. You're not sure. You've never heard that name before, to your knowledge. Um, and other than the names, you're not sure. It doesn't really give. I said the data is corrupt. It has a couple other pictures. What looks like a family picture, and then some other clips of words and things, but nothing of that makes any kind of sense. Give me Doc. Go ahead and give me a life science check. You also can take a 20 if you want, because you have plenty of time. 500 bit from Martian Cat.
I will
Startled
take
me.
that 20.
Have a good night, Atomic, as he's leaving. Martian
Night,
Cat
Atomic.
throws out
Atomic.
Night.
the biddies. That's awesome so much. Thank you, Martian Cat. I appreciate you. All right, so Doc takes a 20 as he studies this thing and looks at it and does run some tests and things. And you're able to determine that these nanobots consume the corpse and then replace parts of it with an artificial, making this new robotic creature. So then they integrated some of its weapons into it and embedded this jewel in its forehead. Um, so it looks like this thing was originally in a freet that the nanobots experimented with. So who's taking a look at the gem?
What would that be a check of?
So as you look at it, Orindor, you realize this is some sort of mystical thing. So it is
Okay.
mysticism. It is a magical device of some kind.
Awesome. I still got an 8, no, 12.
All right, so initially, you're not sure what this is. It doesn't look like the other. You guys have spell gems.
Yeah.
It's clearly not that, but that's pretty much all you know. You can also characters, feats, classes, skills, mysticism. All right, identify a magic item. Here we go. Do you have an identify spell?
Me?
Yes.
I think doesn't Twitch yeah, Twitch have it? I'm looking. I'm a curiosity. Hello? No, I don't see anything.
Okay. Oh, Doc,
Radiation
somebody
sweeper.
added a W to your name.
Doc Dadio.
Yes.
There we go. Now he's not confused anymore. All right. So it does say if you have time, you can take 20 to attempt another check. So while
I
Doc
will.
is taking 20 to identify the creature, Orindor, you can take 20 to identify this magic item as you
Yes.
connect it to your, and then you start doing some searches using your computer. Uh,
Right.
and so it's 15 plus 1.5 times the level. And your mysticism is 11, so it's 31 total. Here it is. It is a level 6. So 9 plus 15 is 24. So yeah, so you have no problem being able to do it.
Nice.
And no soul does not know who Sulfax is.
I figured, but I thought it was worth a shot.
All right, so this is an elemental gem, Mark II. So you realize that it has a fire elemental contained within it. As a standard action, you can crush the gem, destroying the gem and releasing the elemental as if you had cast the summon creature spell. As a 6th level caster.
Wow.
So it's a 2nd level summon creature spell, and in this case it is a fire elemental. So I'll put that in the potty sheet.
I would appreciate it if you actually put it in the party sheet and not the potty sheet.
And by the way, the UPBs used to make the transponders that you guys have were very minimal. It was only 7 UPBs per character. So Bali and Orindor paid for everybody's transponders.
Yay.
There you go. All right, so the
Yep.
gem is in the party sheet. All right,
You guys
so
have absolutely no reason to give it to Bali, but he does keep poking it.
it does not. Let me check. I didn't check to see if they had any kind of requirements. Nope. It looks like anybody can use it. I don't see any kind of thing that says they have to be a spellcaster or requires attunement by anybody or anything. So, however you guys want to determine who gets it, you guys can figure that out. Ooh, so now you've rested, you've determined what everything is. What is your next course of action? We get back to the map.
Yep.
As for the elemental gem, Bali doesn't really want it. I'm already too busy doing other things in fight, so I think one of you guys would be better off having it.
Doc will take it if there are no objections.
No objections. No objections.
No objections.
Taken.
Okay.
Taken. All right.
I can.
Taken.
Well, I mean, we might as well just keep heading towards the core, right? Is there
think
anything
So
so.
else in
keep in
here that you
mind
wanted to
these
look at?
things are about 4,000 feet across, and
4,000 feet.
mhm. So it is now. Is that what I said in the message of the day? I thought it was later than that. Let's see, what does it say? It does say 9 o'clock. Okay. Um, yeah, so it's just after we took 10 and 20, so it's 9:30 in the morning now. You guys have been up for 3 hours as you've been traveling through these things.
Okay.
And looking at the map, up is 1, And clockwise 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What direction would you like to go?
I'll vote 1.
1 is good.
I'm just gonna go with you guys because it's taking too long for me to figure out where my map is because my computer's being stupid.
Same spot we were before.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me perception checks.
Tower.
Everybody. Yes, please.
I can't get there at the moment.
Do you
Where'd my tower
have
go?
physical dice?
There's my tower. Ah, hold on. My tower disappeared. That work?
At some point.
Where is it? Okay.
Oh, for
Got
the
it.
love of Pete.
This is fine. Everything's fine. I'm completely okay with what is going on here.
Are you now?
Obviously. Definitely. It's fine.
Where's the freezer?
All right, give me just one moment here. I'm trying to fix something else.
Yeah, yeah. I'm rolling.
Jeez. Dang it.
Well, mother lover. What is my plus? Let's see. Plus 12. Do you want me to just tell you?
Yes.
20.
You rolled a nat 20?
No, I rolled an 8.
Oh,
I
a 10.
have a plus 12.
Okay,
My total is 20.
gotcha. All right, so Orindor and Twitch, uh, as you're moving through this area, you notice as you guys read when we started off the session, each area
Right.
is different. Each one is varies greatly. Um, However, they all, within their own idiom, follows a basic pattern. In this case, it looks like there was some sort of original pattern, but pieces of them have been removed or torn off. Um, so you'll have a structure, and then one next to it will be similar, but this one is the roof is missing, and there's pieces hanging from it, or pieces are bent. Um, and who is that? Orindor, you hear some banging and some thudding off in the distance.
Some what off in the distance?
Banging
Banging
and
and
thudding.
banging.
Oh, thudding. Okay, good.
Like I said, it's very
I
quiet. It's been very quiet here. So to hear this type
now,
of sound is unusual.
yeah, I'll share their information with everybody.
All right, so what are you guys gonna do?
Which direction? Let's go figure it out.
Martian Cat's leaving us. Good
Bye,
night,
Martian
Martian Cat.
Cat.
Later.
That was 10 minutes ago, but still.
No, she was telling Atomic goodnight.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, okay.
She's still
Thank
right
you.
over here.
So some people would say they didn't trigger the trap, so you're out of luck. I'm not that type of guy. I'm just gonna move the trap. So
Oh, there's that too.
they'll have a second chance to trigger the trap. So don't worry. I haven't forgotten about you, Martian Cat and your trap that you set. All right, so you guys heading toward the sound is what you're saying?
Yes.
Well,
Sure, I'm easily distracted.
Which were up. Which were where?
All right, so as you
Excuse-
move down, now all of a sudden, now all of you can start hearing this sound. Go ahead, and those who uh, it does, you guys are used to robots by now, um, and that's not what I wanted. So it sounds like some sort of machinery. Something is banging around, clanking. But
That is the
there's
sound of 1,000 terrible things headed this way.
that's right. But there's a lot of buildings and stuff around here, so it's a little hard to tell exactly where, what's making the sound at this point. So what would you guys like to do? You gonna just keep heading toward the sound or do
Yes, I
something
think
else?
so.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to take out my laser pistol.
All right, so Orndor taking out his laser pistol.
Yeah.
Bali is like kind of near the front of the group, wherever we're heading. He's
I
like
am doing
right in
that.
between the legs of whoever is actually like up there, but he just kind of keeps weaving between them. Uh, it's a little annoying, but you never actually trip on him, so it's
Really.
While Bali is doing that, I will let Beaker out to play with him. So there's a Squawks chasing the Skittermander around.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove what just
I'm
happened.
halfway back.
Okay, why isn't this doing it? Oh, that's why. Haha. Helps if you. I've never used Fancy Grounds before, so 1 second. Here it is. Beaker,
I
Bali.
think that might be a lie.
By the way, Jingo, the across at least Starfinder and D&D, I presume now all rule sets, the area and reach of a creature determines how it comes in. Now, before it would just
Nice.
default at, so like Beaker, for example, didn't had 0 and 0, and it just defaulted him as a medium creature. Now, whenever I bring Beaker in, because I set it at 2, it goes by halves. So if it's 2 up to 2, it's a half, and if we change it to 3, it's then a medium creature up to 5. So hopefully that made sense. Um, I'm not Englishing very well, but
Well, it made sense.
that's there we go. All right, so here you are. Let me give this map to you. Close down the Noma map from the stream. Zoom this down. There we go. All right, so from behind the buildings to the east, didn't bother with the line of sight. It's very bright, and it always is, so I didn't bother with any kind of lighting either. But uh, you can see there's this big building in front of you. So you can either go to the north and around it, or you can move around to the south and around.
Let's go around to this. Well, I'm not leading. Orandor is. He can decide.
Oh, wait a second.
Why?
Let me
I'm not
fix
leaving.
that. There we
I'm
go.
not leaving.
There we go.
Just giving some motivational spirit, some cheerleading last time. So
Bali votes to go north around it.
let's go north around it then. I like it.
All right, so the tokens are unlocked. Just keep in mind you cannot see much. So as you're these particular buildings, like I said, you see damage to some of them. Pieces are missing. All right, Twitch, you're gonna stay with everybody. Are you,
Yeah, I'm gonna
or are you
stay with
going to lead?
everybody.
Are you gonna stay in
I'm not.
front?
I can't. I can't even see where I'm going right now.
Why?
Is your map not loaded?
What?
So you can also watch on
Is your map
Twitch
not loaded?
and use your Discord to talk if you want. If you're
I can't even. I can't even do Twitch. My computer just went f you.
Oh, I see
And
that now.
closed all my programs,
Uh, the programs.
all right. So you can
including my
either
Google.
look at Manthas or pull it up on your phone if you want, um, or we can just describe it to you. Are you going to be in front or are you going to be hanging toward the back with Orindor?
I will hang toward the back with Orindor.
All right. So Doc is leading the charge.
In the charge.
With both Beaker and Bali just kind of running around his legs. I find that picture very funny.
That's right.
Is the no tripping thing a magical thing? Or physical?
No, it's just I have a thing that makes it so that being in the same space as somebody else doesn't impose like the normal disadvantages.
Yeah.
It's
But
his
it is kind of
race,
magical though.
isn't it? A
So
racial thing?
I believe it's a racial thing.
Yeah.
So it's some kind of, sort of a magical like
It's not magical. It's
telepathy or some sort of sense.
No, it's literally just I'm small, I'm good at weaving between your legs and not quite being in the way.
Correct. Oops, it helps this. All right, so you can hear it to your right, to the east. Again, it's not talking. It's just sounds of stuff moving, and then little, like the old cartoons when they build stuff. The hammer, little drill, little cat.
Milwaukee drill, huh?
That's right.
Could be a bar. It could be anything. What time of the day is it? It's in the morning, isn't it?
It is 10-ish.
Yeah, so it's still
10,
morning.
15 or so. I have to look at the calendar.
All right, we're sneaking now. So we're heading over to the left, to east, right? This way, guys.
Okay.
Anybody?
Just waiting.
Healer.
My
Healer.
image is loading, so give it just a minute.
Yeah.
It is not your computer, it is mine this time.
I hope y'all don't mind that I'm just moving tokens to keep up.
There we go. Why did it open that one? I didn't want it to open that one. Okay.
I didn't move
Close.
that one.
All right. There we go. Move you over. Oh, that's why. Let me get rid of this robot from before, the Ifrit.
Excuse me.
All right, and Bali, give me a percentile. 30. All right. Go ahead. Keep moving, guys.
Okay.
So you can see in front of you, there's two buildings. There's a little alleyway in between them going off to the northeast. The sounds are clearly coming from the southeast.
Okay. We're sneaking now, I guess.
All right, so go
I
ahead.
mean, are we being sneaky?
I know I am. I said
You
it a
can
couple times.
try.
All right, so go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Hold on a minute. Fuck.
Is anybody else trying to sneak?
Yeah, Bali will.
All right, and Bali, as you get closer, you see parts of the roof in front of you have been removed. All right, so Bali's being very silent. Doc will let out a little sneeze and cough every once in a while, but like I said, it's very silent in this area, except for this whatever is making all this noise. So go ahead and keep going.
Okay. It's not down this alley, right?
Nope. All right, so
It's
Bali,
to the southeast.
stop, and Orndor, I'll let you move a couple more squares if you want.
All right.
Do you want to move to catch
Turn
up?
around the building. Where's the building? God damn it. Come on. Man. There we go. Okay.
All right, so as you guys get there, you see this huge robotic thing. Looks like it has been taking pieces of these various pieces that you've seen and attaching it to itself and making itself into this large creature. And that is what it looks like.
Okay, that's actually pretty freaking cool.
And this thing is huge in game terminology, as it stands about 15 to 18 feet high. And it's looking away from you guys as it's reaching forward toward this area to the southeast. And you see it rip off one of the shutters from a window, trying to attach it to itself, find a good spot for it.
Bali kind of stops and then like makes like a hand motion. He like kind of turns around and like shoos people back into the alley a little bit. And he's
You
going
know why
to
you're
try
doing that?
so that we can talk and not be seen.
Ah, okay. Got it.
So he stops, looks at it, kind of like glances back at you guys a little bit, and like just kind of like tries to shove you back into the alley.
Ah, lovely.
All right, let me look at what if this is. Abilities, skills, okay. All right. I now know what its passive perception is. I'm going to turn off. Are you guys moving back?
Are you
I'm
guys
back.
We
resisting?
don't know that it's hostile, do we?
I don't know the what?
We don't know that it's
Make it
hostile.
scary.
Nope.
Orndor, are
You
you
don't know
coming
anything
back
at
into
this point.
Sally?
Oh, let me put our little dude.
I'm my stealth, right? Oh, you fucker.
No, what are you doing? Are you going to move back with them, or are you going to move forward,
I'm
or going to
I'm
attack it? What are you going to do?
no, I'm still being sneaky. I'll back up. Still being
Okay.
observatory man, observing things.
And I'm just
So
going to come up here to the group.
All right.
is there like a
So you
wall
guys
here or
come back
something
around the corner. Yes, there's a building there.
where I was standing? Yeah.
Yes. All right. So you guys
Hey
can't see it
guys,
anymore, but
So
you can hear
we'll
it.
have to back. Okay, go ahead.
I'ma be honest. I don't think we should go near that thing. I think we should just leave it alone and go our own separate way.
Yeah.
And
Might not
he's
be a
like
bad
kind of
idea.
talking in hushed tones. I hope that
I think we
point is
should
getting
Yeah.
talk to
across.
it.
Yeah. You think you should what?
I think we should talk to it.
Why do you think we
All
should
right.
talk to it?
What do we got for
It's big.
diplomacy?
That thing sneezes and you get squished.
True.
Let's see what we got here. What do we got?
Look, I'll go along with you with anything, but I think that would be stupid. So
Let's see.
Thank you, Zinlu. That
I would probably have some.
I'm going to tell you guys about the image here in a minute. Go ahead, Orndor. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I might. I may know more about this than others, perhaps. It's my set of skills I have.
do you have a particular set of
So is it?
skills?
So I would know whether it's likely to be neutral or whatever, or what its capabilities were if it's being programmed to do something else, right? Feasibly.
So that sounds really cool. What are you referring to?
The the robot thing.
No, what set of
Oh,
skills are you talking about? You're a
well, all
noble.
of them. I have culture and diplomacy and engineering and life science and mysticism, perception,
Where did it
stealth,
go?
stealth
All
and
right, so Doc,
uh,
you're looking around the corner.
Yeah, I'm going to take a scan of it.
Oh yeah.
It's not. I'm going to assume it's going to take a physical sciences scan, not a life sciences scan.
okay,
This is, let's
I'm
see,
trained in that.
identify creatures.
I'm trained in that. Not somebody else, probably.
All right, so you guys just looked at it very quickly. If you want to do a roll, you can, but it's going to be the DC difficulty check is going to be very high. If you want to peek around the corner and watch it for a little bit, I can give you a sense motive.
I'll do that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
definitely.
for to answer your question, Ordor, to answer your question, Doc, where did here it is, identify creatures. All right, so this is a construct. So if we scroll down on identify creatures, it is a technological construct. So it would be engineering to determine what this creature is. But for you, because you are a biohacker, you don't have to do any of that stuff. You simply use your machine as a move action, and it's not in your thing anymore. Why isn't it in the combat tracker?
Well,
So you have, as a biohacker, you simply have living or non-living,
yeah.
and you can take. You have you use a move action, and it gives you the total. You have like in the 30s for both. You just went up, so it might be higher than that. But let me find where in the world your custom lab. Here it is. Boof. There we go. Now it's on the combat tracker. That's probably off by 1. I presume you put ranks in physical science and stuff, but so you automatically get a 32, at least a 32, maybe a 33, using your custom microlab.
Nice.
Okay.
So, and going back again to the identified creatures, this is a rare creature. So it's 15 plus 1.5, the creature CR. Its CR in this case is hiding. Here it is. So 1 and 1/2 is that. So you need a 27. You have a 34. Oh, I mean, we'll say it's a 33. So that gives you two things that you can know about it. You know that it is a um, technological anomaly. It is not normally like this. It is programmed. It's something is going on with this programming, so it's adding to itself, making itself bigger. It was not made initially that big. And what else would you like to know? What two things would you like to know about it?
Other two things. How smart is it?
You do know that like most things on Noma, you can see where it has the shortwave, like the other things do. It has, and it's also sunlight dependent. It has these little solar panels, small little solar receptors on it, like every other robot and every other construct you've seen in Noma. So those two things are pretty much um, everywhere.
Well,
Uh,
all right. What kind of armament does it have?
it's, but all right, and
And
I'm
does
sorry.
it have any other move?
What was your
What
first
kind of
question?
arm? The well, the first one you said didn't matter. I'm going to ask what kind of armaments it has, and the second thing I would want to know is
Well, as you're watching it, you see that it takes this thing and just does this cut. Looks like some sort of plasma cutter as it's cutting off a piece of the building in front of it. You presume it can slam and attack. Um, and it also looks like there's some sort of electrical discharge discharger on it, so it probably has some sort of electric attack.
all right. Second question: does it have any modes of movement other than walking?
You don't see any kind of jetpack or rolling treads or anything like that. So it does not have any. It's just walks. And
Okay.
what was your first question?
Back the first one. What was it? Oh, no, I don't remember.
I
Okay.
thought it was having weaknesses for.
I think I asked if it was sentient, and you
Oh,
said
how
that it.
smart was it? Yeah, that was the question. How smart was it? All right. So it looks to be very um, analytical. So it'll scan something and then it'll find a certain piece and then take that piece out and then apply it to just the right. It's like a jigsaw puzzle on its body. So it'll find the thing that fits it just right, find it, attach it in a certain way. So it looks to be pretty intelligent. You would guess it would be um, probably in the, if you had to put a number on it, you would say it would probably be about 18. And it is a um, construct. So it has construct immunities and um, I don't know, it has immunity constructs immunities.
You notice that little antenna on its head. I wonder if it could be hacked and controlled.
All right, so we're gonna
What
Or
do
would you
a
given
want to
other
do with it?
messages. Well, we could definitely make sure that it's not hostile.
Yeah.
all right. So it
I
moves over a little
mean,
bit, um, and let's do. It's going to do a.
oh no, oh no.
Nice. Oh, that's you.
All right, so it turns over and sees you, and sort of cocks its head, and does it have? Okay, and Soul pipes up from behind you and says, "Hmm, it looks like something is trying to acquire you and add it, add you to its structure. I don't know what that means."
Oh fuck.
No.
As you see, it's sort of picks up a transmission that this thing makes, and that is where we will leave it for tonight. As this thing starts moving towards you.
Oh
Whoops.
no. This is
So
not good. We are bio people, and that is not organic, and we are not compatible.
you don't know. You could be. The last guy was
No.
both. The last thing you met ended up
I
being
don't want to
both.
find out. Actually,
Resistance is
I
fiat. You will be
I will
assimilated. Look,
accept
it's
just.
already started on Orendor. Look at his hand.
That's right. So you guys, I had asked where's well, I'm trying to do things once. So the this image that I shared, the protocyte Hulk, as and the other one was a my windows are closed. Both images a freet. That's what it was. It was an freet. Freet. The robotic freet. Both of those were generated by AI. So I got this on the webs using an AI program. So um,
It didn't exist before.
correct. And it was not drawn by an artist. It was drawn by an artificial intelligence. I typed in a
Huh.
bunch of things like, uh, and then
Parameters.
it spit out 4 different choices, and I picked the one I liked the best. Or then sometimes I would tweak it, add another couple modifiers or adjectives to it, see if it worked, and then finally pick the one I liked the best. So
Sweet.
um, that's where those two came from. Anyway, and then for those of you who weren't here for the session, the D&D session,
We
the
about to show us something cool.
animated, oops. So you saw the animation for the fountain. That was actually part of a much larger map where it was a city map, and it had tents and stalls and things, and they were flapping and moving in a breeze and stuff. Um, my fancy grounds is not behaving right now, but they also have moving tokens. So for creatures and there we go. So for um, tokens for creatures and for here it is. You can even use them for characters as well, and they do. Here we go. Animated. Let me pull up the map. dock is on the map. So for example, here's, if you're looking at the map, I will make him a little bigger. Below dock, there's a bear. And here is an archer right next to dock. So you can see that as they just stand there, they move slightly and they animate slightly. Um, Probably one of the most impressive ones is the dragon. Maybe. Oh, there it is. I did it twice. Kill him. Make him bigger. So you'll be seeing more and more of the animated tokens and more of the animated maps. They just
Sweet.
right now they came out with the ability to have it, but they didn't give a lot of the tools to use them. So like the map with the fountain and stuff, um, I got from Patreon online. There's a couple different places that have animated maps, um, but as they come out with them, either this week or next week, we'll be getting a lot more here in June. We'll be getting a lot more tools to do stuff with and make maps. I've seen them already. I've watched the guy do it, so I'm familiar with how to use them and stuff. So we'll be getting a lot more of that stuff, and you'll be seeing more and more of it. It's just, is it game breaking? Is it necessary to have it to make it a cool game? No, but I think it's they're pretty cool,
That's
and
a
I
little
think you'll
neat.
enjoy it. So that is it for this week. Thank you guys for playing. I appreciate you. I hope you had fun. I hope you're enjoying exploring this odd, bizarre city called Noma.
I am.
And
It
Pretty
bizarre
mellow.
is definitely accurate.
It's pretty mellow, man.
so we will see you guys
Melanoma, get it?
next week. Is the Dead Suns campaign. You guys are in this giant mega ship controlled by undead. You're trying, all you have to do is just take over this ship. It's like the size of the um,
It's 6 miles
Star
long.
Wars guy. Yeah, the Star Wars guy. Uh, Kylo Ren, his ship, um, that dwarfs everything, including the Death Star. Uh,
Oh,
Yeah.
be that size.
and all you have to
It's
do is take it
fine.
over, and then drive it
Yeah.
into this planar gate, into this massive weapon that's almost the same size, and get off it before you die in the explosion.
There
Simple.
you go.
Yeah, simple.
You might even finish it next week.
There you go.
We will not finish it next week.
So, but thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and don't forget to like, subscribe. Martian Cat, thank you so much for the bits. That was awesome. I appreciate you. Zinlu, thanks for hanging, saying hi. I appreciate the. That's right, Spencer Dunn got that tabletop pimped. That's right. Um, so, thank you again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good
Good
night,
night,
guys.
guys.
Right.